What's going on, guys? Tomcat here, and first of all, let me apologize for my voice being a little scratchy. I have no idea why it is, but anyway, what I wanted to do in this video is I wanted to do something a little bit different and give some tips to new YouTubers or YouTubers that are just starting out, and or maybe even people that haven't started a channel yet that really want to get started but have no idea where to start or how to start. And let's just see how this goes. So, the very first thing that you're going to want to think about before starting your YouTube channel is, what is your focus going to be? Are you going to be focused on racing games, shooter games, sports games? Well, some racing games fall into the sports games category, but others don't. But anyway, you have to, first of all, the first thing you have to do is figure out what your topic is going to be. Figure out what your area of focus is going to be. And there are actually multiple areas of focus within certain games. Like, for example, in Forza, my focus is drifting, but there are other people that have a focus on circuit racing. So you can have different focuses within games. I mean, Call of Duty is a prime example. You could do sniping, you could do like tips on different guns like assault rifles and stuff like that. You could do montages and edits. So there's a whole range of things to consider and think about before you actually start a YouTube channel. Now, what are you going to need? Well, if you're going to start a gaming channel, one of the first things you're going to need is a capture card if you're going to be on consoles. If you're going to be on PC, then you're going to need a screen capture software like Fraps, which is, I'm not exactly sure how much Fraps costs, but I know it's pretty cheap and it's really affordable, so it's a little bit easier to get started on PC. However, I recommend that making sure that your PC specs are up to capacity to run things like Fraps while playing a game. Now, if you plan for your channel to be focused on console gaming, then you're going to need a capture card. Now, some people, including myself, did not start out with capture cards. I started out my YouTube channel by pointing a flip video camera at my TV. I set it up on a tripod. I'll tell you exactly what I did. I took a chair, put it in front of my TV, set up the tripod on a chair, and oh wait, no, I didn't even have a tripod. I just put the flip video camera on a chair in front of my TV and tried to make it as centered as possible, and that's how I made my first few videos. I mean, if you go back and watch my first couple of videos, you can see they weren't the best of quality, but it was a way to get started. If you really want to get started, then you might be able to just start out by pointing a camera at your TV just to see if you like it, just to see if you enjoy doing YouTube and enjoy actually uploading videos. Now, if you want to get serious with it though, you're definitely going to need a capture card. And there are several different options out there depending on your budget, depending on what you want to do. For example, if you're not sure whether you're going to stick with it, if you just kind of want to try it out to see what happens, then I suggest maybe getting one of the more affordable capture cards, like maybe a Roxio Game Capture, but I do not recommend getting anything cheap. There's a difference between an affordable capture card and a cheap capture card. A Roxio Game Capture is, I'll just use that as like the benchmark for an affordable starter capture card. But I mean, a cheap capture card is like, say a Dazzle or something. I would avoid those at all costs. They are horribly unreliable. They have massive lag, and they just don't work very well. So I really recommend avoiding cheap capture cards. Now, there are several different choices when it comes to high-end capture cards. You have the Hauppauge HD PVR and the Elgato. Those are like the two big heavy hitters when it comes to higher quality capture cards, and they both have their advantages and disadvantages. I like the Elgato a lot. It seems to be really, really reliable, and their customer service is way better than Hauppauge from what I've seen and heard. So I would recommend an Elgato. I would definitely recommend people to go with, you know, an Elgato, because more and more people are starting to switch over from Hauppauge to Elgato, and I think Elgato is going to become the new industry leader when it comes to capture cards. But you never know. We'll see. So if you guys enjoyed that video, don't forget to hit the like button. Tell me in the comment section below what you thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for part 2 of how to get started on YouTube.